So I got to do this real quick. Target. The boycott Target continues. And they thought, hey, we're going to hire some black people, some black influencers. They got Kai Cenat and other people, doing stuff in their stores. They thought, man, back to school, man, we're going to be back in business. Oh, foot traffic declined for the 7th consecutive month in August. Now a national teachers union has joined the boycott. That's right. Data from Placer.ai says Target foot traffic dropped 3.3% year over year. The week beginning August 25th, which included the Labor Day weekend, saw an even sharper decline of 4.6%, marking the retailer's steepest weekly drop in 7 weeks. Also on Labor Day, the American Federation of Teachers and the Chicago Teachers Union announced they were joining the boycott. It comes in response to Target scaling back a lot of its debt, diversity, equity, inclusion initiatives earlier this year. And let me check, because I checked yesterday, because I got a phone call on this, and I checked yesterday. Target stock is up. But yesterday, Target stock had not been that low, y'all, in 5. Matter of fact, where it is now, if I'm looking right here. So on September 11th, 2020, Target stock was $147.65. And then it went as high as $261, and then it dropped, to $147 on July 8th, 2022. Then you had more drops, and then it went all the way down to a low of $107 on $107.23 on October 27th, 2023. Then it went up. It went up to $168, $171. Well, guess what? That stock price now is at its lowest point in 5 years. So right now, Target stock closed at $91.52. That's the lowest it's been in 5 years. How about them apples, no?
I mean, what you always say, FAFO. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It makes me kind of giddy. I wish that method was applied, to other companies. Amazon. For one, these people respond to their bottom line, and the power that the people truly have is their spending power, and that really is what's going to move the needle in our political landscape, because these people think that we are just mindless drones, essentially, and we're going to spend our money regardless. And, like I said, FAFO, and it needs to be applied to other companies.
Tim, they're learning the hard way. We don't have to spend our money with you.
No, and I think that going after corporations that are doing the bidding of the Trump administration is probably a very effective way to enact change. And I think that the most insane thing about the whole DEI thing is that it has been proven time and time again that DEI is good for the bottom line. It's just a fact, and because you get more diverse voices in positions of leadership, and you get a better product because you get more perspectives. And then also, we're seeing what's happening to Target when they basically just folded to Donald Trump, and the consumers said, screw you, basically. And then we've seen the opposite at Costco, because Costco, actually, their board said, hell no, we're not getting rid of DEI. And I'm pretty sure that their stock has gone up. It doesn't pay in 2025 to play this game, because there are more of us than them. When I'm talking about progressives compared to these, the anti-DEI thing is just a racist reaction to people of color be getting more positions of power, which is long overdue, and still not even remotely close to where we need to be. But this is what America wants. America actually does want DEI in general, and people need to understand that it's not just morally the right thing to do. Financially, it also is the right thing to do. And Target has effed around, and they certainly are finding out now.
So, Greg, to that point Tim just made, the last 5 years, Target's stock is down 38%. In the last 5 years, Costco's stock is up 184%. Of course, this whole thing started around January 24th. That's when Target announced the DEI. Costco's stock was $939.68. It went up to $1,048 on February 28th. It went down. It went back up. It closed today at $964.32, which is over the last month, it's down 2%, but last 6 months it's up 3.6%. But go right ahead.
Well, brother, I echo what you said, Tim. I think brand loyalty, I think the idea that you're part of a movement bigger than you is the kind of thing that capitalism has always seized on, but it's also the kind of thing that can defeat the predatory capitalism, which some people would say predatory capitalism is redundant. But you know, to tie these things together, and you've already kind of laid it out, we talk about mass media, we talk about, and I agree with you, Nola, about that whole layering and how people are affected. Somehow, Target's timing was terrible. And for a brief moment, Target leapt above like a fish above the sea, and everybody saw Target and said, that's the one. Now, as you say, Tim, if that can be replicated, we get the list. I think about the anti-apartheid movement when I was an undergrad at Tennessee State. We have a list. I still don't buy some of those products because we were, they leapt above the fray for a moment. We said, Nelson Mandela, who is that? Oh, Winnie Mandela. Wait, Reebok? Or is it, Gulf? Oh, hell no. And then that left. Now, capturing that is possible. And as you said, a combination of mass media and the delivery system is necessary in that. And Roland, remember, this was, how long ago was that, brother? Was it 23 when they got rid of Dr. McElroy at Texas A&M? I'm trying. The sister, journalist. She, and remember, you came on here and let them have holy hell, including telling black athletes not to play for Texas A&M. Now, I'm not saying anybody signed or didn't sign, but merely that momentum that I know you played a major part in, the president of Texas A&M resigned that summer. Because she had botched this, and they had left this sister out to dry. Now, I'm saying that fast forward to now. I read an article in today's New York Times, the president of Ohio State kind of hinting at the idea that maybe the Ohio State should get an outsized cut of the Big Ten money, the television money, and maybe one day, he didn't say this, but they were speculating that Ohio State may leave the Big Ten. Maybe Penn State will go and they'll form a superstar conference, a mega conference, maybe get Alabama and some other. Well, guess what? Learn this lesson from what's happening to Target right now. Y'all keep this white nationalism up. Please keep it up. Because if you punch through the consciousness of enough black people, and that layering with the adults and the middle-aged folk and the young and the younger than them folk begin to affect the mind of these children and these teenagers. When the first two or three are those women athletes saying, I love Dawn Staley, but I'm not playing for the University of South Carolina. I'm not playing for the University of Texas. And then a couple of football players say, I'm not playing for Oklahoma. I'm not playing for Ohio State. I'm going to go to Central State, or I'm going to go play. I could play for Grambling, or I could play basketball at Jackson State. This was Deion Sanders' mixed opportunity because he was one of those fish that leapt up just above, and we captured the imagination. I think what this Target thing signals is, if you can capture the imagination for a split second, the role of media, you might possibly be able to trigger something that can bring this entire house of cards down. That to me is enough on its own to support the Black Star Network. BET is toast. Isn't BET owned by Paramount?
Paramount owns BET.
Paramount.
Yeah, and they got a 1 hour news show per month that nobody watches.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase, and I'm here with a very important message. We are at a turning point in the Black community where we must have equity in the apps we use that scale to billions of dollars. But this time, we own the infrastructure, we own the culture, and we shape the future. And Fanbase is the future. Fanbase combines the free functionality of Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube into an all-in-one platform built for the evolution of social media and monetization. With over 1.4 million users, that's real proof that we are shifting the conversation of tech ownership and equity for creators. So right now, I want you to go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest today. The minimum to invest is $399. That gets you 60 shares of stock in Fanbase at $665 a share. This marks a turning point in Black ownership of social media. If we don't take this opportunity to own social media right now, we will always be customers to our own creations. And that can't go on. So once again, go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest today. We must own the platforms where our voices live, our stories matter, and where our culture drives the world. Thank you.